What do you do if you're not losing weight on a carnivore diet? Hi, I'm Dr. Eric Westman, and welcome to my channel where I review and debunk nutritional information online. In this video, we're going to hear from an influencer called Minimalist Carnivore with his own carnivore experience, and he's going to go through a pretty reasonable video on what to look for. Be sure to wait till the end when I give my final thoughts. I want to invite you to join my free webinar, Beyond Cholesterol, the 2 biggest risk factors for cardiovascular disease. If you're confused about cholesterol or feeling pressured to take medication to lower your cholesterol, this webinar is for you. I'll provide the facts you need to understand why cholesterol isn't the most important factor in assessing your risk for cardiovascular disease, and what you should focus on instead to better reduce your risk. See the link in the description to sign up.
Before we get into this, I'd like to take a quick look at fat. Remember, fat isn't solely about excess weight. You've heard the term TOFI. Those folks can have visceral fat, which is the worst kind to have.
So I like this style. It's reassuring. He's speaking from experience, and just sit tight. That's great information. Now, if you're taking medicines for diabetes, high blood pressure, other medicines, please do this with consultation of a doctor, because most people, even on a carnivore or low carb diet, will have reduction or elimination of their medications. You can actually reverse type 2 diabetes with this sort of way of eating. He mentioned TOFI, which is thin on the outside, fat on the inside, T-O-F-I, TOFI. And that's when you actually have the metabolism called metabolic syndrome. You have high triglycerides, low HDL, and that actually can be causative for atherosclerosis, the heart disease and stroke that we try to help people prevent. So it's not just weight loss. Fat burning and having fat in the foods and keeping the carbs super low on a carnivore diet helps with those who are called TOFI, or have the thin on the outside but fat metabolism on the inside.
Welcome to my channel. My name is Chad. I've been doing the carnivore diet for over 3.5 years. I've lost over 100 pounds. But let's get into it. It takes time. This is why I say give it 90 days. The first bit of weight loss is always water. Now, a lot of people lose this 8 pounds, 9 pounds right away and then slow down. A lot of times that is, again, just the water weight, and they feel, oh, I'm slowing down. So again, don't worry about that. Also, this 90 days gives you some time to dial in the fat-protein ratios that you need and getting over the keto flu. Salt and water intake, huge. Lipolysis, aka fat burning. Basically, studies have shown that increasing hydration leads to weight loss. So look up that word, do a little research. It's kind of interesting to know. Drinking water also reduces your appetite while increasing the fat burning. You might have heard a lot of people say drink electrolytes, and I can agree with that. I just upped my salt intake and did fine without them. Again, your journey. Find what works for you. Of course, as we up that salt, you will need to kind of balance that out with water intake. But again, drinking water is healthy and good and will help with the fat burning, as crazy as that sounds.
He's quite right. And while we're on the topic of how important salt is, this is a great opportunity to thank the sponsor of this video, Element. Element offers a balanced blend of sodium, potassium, and magnesium, essential electrolytes for those on a keto diet, especially when you're just starting out. I personally incorporate Element into my daily routine and recommend it to my patients. What sets Element apart is its commitment to purity. No fillers, no sugar, no artificial colors or flavors, and it's gluten-free. Electrolytes play a crucial role in maintaining hydration and muscle function, particularly on low-carb diets. Element provides the necessary sodium, potassium, and magnesium to support your health journey. And right now, Element is offering my audience a free sample pack with any purchase. That's 8 single-serving packets at no extra cost. This is an excellent opportunity to explore various flavors and share Element with a friend. Claim yours at drinkelement.com/Eric Westman. Remember, this exclusive offer is available only through my link, drinkelement.com/Eric Westman. You'll find the link in the description below. Thank you, Element, for sponsoring this video. Think about it. If you're losing weight, reversing diabetes, you can do any one of a number of things. Diet change, medication, surgery, and then when you're at your weight loss goal, you can change what you do. Now, if you learn how to lose the weight, reverse the diabetes using a dietary approach like this, you've kind of learned how to maintain it and at the same time. So you could add back carbs back here a little bit if you want. You don't have to be super strict that time. Saying 90 days to many of my patients, that would turn them off and they couldn't do it. So I barter to, just try it for a week. And even if then, I don't know if I could do it for a week, I'll say, just try it for a day. In a day or two, your hunger is gone, the weight goes down over the next week or two, but the hunger is gone in that first day or two. And the secret is to be super strict. With a low-carb keto diet, you're getting rid of pasta, fruit, bread, rice, all these different things. You're stopping those things. Hunger goes away. A carnivore diet is a type of low-carb keto diet, and it works the same way.
One mistake I made, I think, was under-eating a few times on purpose. I kind of thought, well, maybe I can hurry along my weight loss by just eating a little less, and that just backfires. Your body kind of goes into storage mode and you hit a stall. And of course, we don't want to overstuff ourselves if we're eating all this fatty meat, but calories still do count. I mean, if you're chowing down so much steak and then a bunch of pork rinds and a bunch of sour cream and then a whole bunch of butter, you can overeat on this diet. And a lot of people aren't used to eating this kind of nutrient-dense food in the amount that we do. So it might take a little while to find that balance. When it doesn't taste good, it's often your body saying enough. I found this to be quite true with myself.
Well, so how much to eat on a carnivore diet is fascinating, or on a low-carb keto diet. What we say is eat until you're comfortably full, and you don't have a caloric limit. You can always eat, but it can't have carbs in it. And this works for just about everyone, but not everyone. And there are some people who, whether it be the habit eating or the signals of fullness are gone, or they're asking the diet to do everything, meaning they're totally sedentary or not doing much activity. So the amount you eat does matter, but for most people it naturally decreases because you're burning your body fat so well. But if you are not losing weight, and you can actually gain weight on a low-carb diet. This has been documented, and I'm afraid it's common if you're not very careful about how much fat you're having, or if you're putting butter, slathering butter on your steaks, that sort of thing. And we limit cream and cheese and mayonnaise and butter on the program that we teach because it's very high in calories. But so I like that he brought that up, that the fullness signals might not work at first. So you may want to limit consciously how much you eat, even on a carnivore diet.
Now, this is a big one, probably going to step on toes. Food choices. I want to start with saying, I'm not saying you can never have these again, but let's get that weight off first. Let's get you out of this stall, and then think about it later on. Cut out the sweeteners, cut out the pork rinds, cheese, too much dairy, all these other snack foods. I understand it's fun to have carnivore nachos or whatever other things, but can you really live on those? We know we can live on just meat, so we can live on ribeyes, but we probably couldn't really live healthy on pork rinds and sour cream. So kind of take that as a clue, and let's get through this weight stall and get on to our goal of weight loss.
So there is a bit of tough love, isn't it? Just cut out those gratuitous snacks, which you don't really need, although sometimes they're helpful at first. Hopefully, if you're a week or two or a month into it, the snacking is gone. the urge to snack should be gone because you're burning your body fat so well.
Let's talk about intermittent fasting. I did OMAD, and I think it worked really well for me, and I like that. That's a pretty good intermittent fasting of 24 hours. Now, you might want to do like an 8-hour window of eating, 2 MAD, and you're still having that 16 hours of fasting.
So OMAD, meaning 1 meal a day, and then 2 MAD, 2 meals a day, are just other words for saying 24-hour fast, intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day, or the 18-6, having 2 meals like breakfast and, lunch and dinner is most commonly the way people do the 2 MAD or the intermittent fasting there. I teach that when you eat is variable and it's up to you. And some people eat frequently, some people eat just once a day. And then the amount you eat will fade over time. So I don't teach an intermittent fasting approach at first. It usually happens kind of automatically for most people from within. You just generally eat less often.
Now, the physical activity, I definitely think we should be doing more of this. I didn't do enough, but I was still fairly active. It's much easier as you're losing weight to get more active. You can go outside more. You're going to have better energy. You're probably going to have better recovery. So I think this just kind of progresses right along with it. Just get out, walk, and move.
So that's my approach. I don't really push the physical activity at first, especially if someone's unable to. Someone comes to me in a wheelchair or their knee hurts so bad they can't exercise. It's okay. This will work. So you don't have to exercise to lose weight. And then what I find is most people will just gradually increase the exercise as time goes on.
I want to leave you with some good info. I like having a little something in my back pocket when I talk to people about the way we eat and why we do. Look up the meaning, diseases of civilization. It's scientific evidence that has a correlation with the Western diet to acne, obesity, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, etc. And much of the world follows this Western diet. Again, it's just a fun bit of information to have in your back pocket when you talk to people that they might not have heard of. I hope you found this helpful, and if you did, please subscribe if you haven't, hit that notification bell and the like button. Leave a comment on what you'd like to hear about on this channel, and please share your journey below so others can read how many of us have had truly life-changing stories.
Well, I like the style. Minimalist Carnivore has a reassuring style from the world experience of following it. And I can imagine he's helped a lot of people or is going to help a lot of people. Worrying about a little bit about the medical issues is great. I like that. If you're in a clinic, you're one of my patients, we're helping you get off those medications. Wouldn't it be great if you didn't even need them in the first place? So I like the style here. Of course, the topic was if you're not losing weight, if you're at a plateau, and the main thing of patience is a great message. I hope you like this. If you like, please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. If you like this, why don't you subscribe? We really appreciate it. And then look out for new content on Wednesdays and Fridays. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And check out AdaptYourLifeAcademy.com.